Hello, class 9th. Welcome back. So, we are studying separation of mixture. That means how to separate the components of a mixture consisting of two solid. We have studied three different methods. A mixture consisting of a solid and a liquid. To separate those components, we have studied six different methods. And from today, we will study that how can we separate the mixture of two liquid. How can we separate the components of a mixture which consists of two liquids? So there are two different ways by which we can separate the mixture consisting of two liquid. First method is by fractional distillation and second is by separating funnel. So today we will study fractional distillation. Okay, now fractional distillation is a method which we can use to separate the mixture of two liquids which are miscible. That means those liquids which can mix in each other. Okay, so for those liquids which are miscible in each other, we use a method of fractional distillation to separate its component. Okay, now fractional distillation, the last method of separating a solid, a non-volatile solid and liquid which you studied was distillation. So fractional distillation is almost same as that of distillation, but here in distillation method, what you had a distillation flask. Then on the distillation flask we have connected a water condenser, and at the end of the condenser we put a beaker and collect the distillate there. Okay, now in the fractional distillation we had one more column over the distillation flask, that is known as fractionating column, and that is why this method is known as fractional distillation. So fractionating column is basically an arrangement which provides different temperature zones inside the same column. Temperature at the bottom is highest while at the top is lowest. Okay, now like this, the fractionating column we have like this, a rectangular column we have. Don't go to at my drawing, just look at it. And we put some glass beads or the stones inside this column. Okay, just like this. Draw it properly. I'm just drawing to explain it to you. Okay, so this is the column. We put the glass beads or the stones inside it. Now what will happen? The temperature inside this column is not same, because if we put this column like this and we heat it up. So what will happen? Heat will take time because there are resistance. है ना? So many glass beads are there. So what will happen when heat goes here? It will supply first here and then reach to higher. Then it will spread here in every glass bead. Then reaches higher. Then again and again and again. Then it reaches to the top. So because the lower part is directly or the nearest to the heat, the temperature of this part is highest. But temperature at the top is lowest. Okay, for example, here the temperature is 90 degree. The temperature just above this level will be less than 90. Let's say it's 88. Then at above level the temperature is less than 88. Let's say it's 85. Then the temperature above that is, let's take it, is 81 degree, and at the top take it 79 degree. Okay, so we are just assuming this temperature. Okay, so what happened? Because the temperature is not same inside this column, temperature is in fractions, because heat takes time to reach at the top, and hence the lowest part is at highest temperature and higher part is at lower temperature. Okay, and that is why it is called fractionating column. And what is the use of this column in the fractional distillation? You will get to know soon. Now we have an example of separating the mixture of water and alcohol. Now you know water and alcohol are miscible in each other. Both are liquid first of all. Then they are miscible in each other. The boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius and boiling point of alcohol is 78 degrees Celsius. So there is a difference of boiling point as well. So we have two liquids which are miscible and have different boiling points. So that means we can separate these two liquids by using fractional distillation. Okay. Now how does fractional distillation works? First step, arrange the apparatus as shown in figure. First we put distillation flask on a tripod stand. Then over the distillation flask we put a fractionating column. Then through the fractionating column we connect a water condenser, and at the end of the water condenser we put a beaker. Okay, now this, like this. What we have? We have a distillation flask, then a fractionating column, then we connect a water condenser, and at the condenser end we have a beaker. Here we put a thermometer to maintain the temperature of the fractionating column, to record the temperature, so the temperature inside the fractionating column remains the same which we want. Okay, now the process starts. Lit up the burner, what will happen? The heat will supply to the liquid, to the mixture of alcohol and water. And as you all know that water and alcohol will start forming the vapors even below their boiling point. All of you know that some of the molecules can get the enough energy, enough kinetic energy to vaporize at the lower temperature than their boiling point, and those are called vapors. Okay, so water and alcohol both will start forming the vapors, and because here when the vapors will reach at the top, what will happen? Those vapor have to pass through those glass beads. Okay, now during the process of passing those glass beads, the vapors, temperature of the vapors falls down and they condense here and trickles back into the distillation flask. ओके, वेपर्स गए ऊपर, बिकॉज यहाँ पर उन्हें ग्लास बीड्स को क्रॉस करके जाना है, तो क्या होगा? जो टेम्परेचर है वेपर्स का या एनर्जी है वो मेंटेन नहीं हो पाएगी, एंड हेंस वो जो वेपर्स हैं दे विल कंडेंस एंड trickles back into the distillation flask. Now as we keep on heating the liquid, the temperature of the fractionating column will keeps on increasing, and at a particular point we will observe that the top temperature, here we have put the thermometer here, so temperature here reaches to 78 degrees Celsius. And what was the 78 degrees Celsius? Boiling point of alcohol. Okay, now boiling point of alcohol we reached. Now what we will do, we will maintain the flame just as to maintain the temperature here as 78 degrees Celsius only. Okay, now we don't want the temperature to further rise, because at 78 degrees Celsius what will happen? The alcohol's vapor will pass through, and because the temperature here is more than, at the bottom it's 80 degrees Celsius, it's more than 78 degrees Celsius. तो जो क्या होगा, जो alcohol के vapors हैं they will pass through these glass beads, these fractions, and reaches here, and after reaching here it will pass through, vapors will pass into the condenser and condense and can be collected in the beaker here. And water at the same time, water vapors, because 78, 79, 80 degree is not the boiling point of water. So what will happen? Water vapors will condense here in the fractionating column and trickles back in the flask. Okay, now maintain the temperature 78 degrees Celsius, very important. Okay, now what will happen after you notice that there is no liquid dropping in the beaker? That means all the alcohol which was here in the mixture has been vaporized and condensed and collected as a distillate. Now you left with water in the distillation flask. So here we have water and here we have alcohol. So we have separated alcohol and water. Now with this method, if you want the pure water, we can say we have some another impurities in the liquid as well. So what you can do, just replace this beaker with another beaker and raise the temperature to 100 degrees Celsius. And when you raise the temperature 100 degrees Celsius, water vapors will pass through the condenser and collected as a distillate in the second beaker. Now with the same method, you can separate as many as liquid you can until their boiling point is different. Now if you have 4 liquids, the boiling point of one liquid is approximately 60, the second one is approximately 70, the third liquid has the boiling point of 82 degree, and fourth liquid, let's say it's water, 100 degrees Celsius. So you can separate all 4 liquid with fractional distillation. But only what you have to do, at first you have to maintain the temperature of the fractionating column 60 degrees Celsius and collect the distillation in a beaker. Then put another beaker here and raise the temperature of fractionating column to 70 degrees Celsius. Then collect second liquid in the beaker. Then replace the beaker, put the third beaker there. First beaker, second beaker, put the third beaker, raise the temperature to 82 degrees Celsius, then collect it in the third beaker, and at the end, in the fourth beaker, you can collect the water by maintaining the temperature of fractionating column to 100 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now, I hope you understood it well. This method can be also used to separate more than 2 liquids if their boiling points are different. Okay. Now we will study about its application, and there is one more example that we can separate the gases of the air by fractional distillation. So we will study about this in detail in our next video. Okay, so till then, study the fractional distillation properly and understand it well. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Till then, bye bye. Thank you.